peace in this rural suburb is set to be shattered by this. As fresh support for an international airport at Liverpool gains momentum. Of course, that's not news to anyone, especially Kim Jelfs. She's lived with the threat of losing her home to the airport for a very long time.
I'm very stressed about the whole matter. I have been every time it comes into the media. It's not coming to Badgerys Creek. It's still on the plan for Badgerys Creek.
Nearly 20 years ago, when Fairfax Media's Sun Herald caught up with her, she was here on the proposed runway with her young children. Even then, the airport's slow progress was a source of mockery.
This is the fast tracking of Badgerys Creek Airport in Sydney's west. 2 tree stumps in a wide open paddock and not a runway or even a hint of concrete in sight.
As politicians continue the debate, there's still no concrete in the sleepy suburb. But momentum appears to be building. Unions and local businesses have backed calls for renewed consultation with the community.
The idea of moving out fills us with horror. It saddens me to see it go, all the blue tongues and frogs and the odd snake. You're thinking, well, it's going to greatly inconvenience me, it's going to stretch my budget beyond belief, the kids aren't going to want to come and visit me in the 3rd floor of a block of units in Fairfield.
It would be a shame to lose all these farms and to lose all this rural land. It's just beautiful here. A lot of our families are connected to the land in some form or another, and I think if this airport was to happen, I think there'd be a lot of changes and it would affect those families greatly. It would affect their livelihoods.
And they bought all that land at Badgerys Creek. There's nothing there now. So I think they should just let it be.
But the local government umbrella body says the majority of people in Western Sydney don't want to let it be.
Well, more people are talking about it, and more people have moved into the area and saying, okay, maybe it is a good idea to have an airport in Western Sydney. People can now actually see the benefits. There are a lot of negatives to an airport, let's face it, but people can see the benefits.
The main benefit is employment. Wesrock says an airport would generate 40,000 new jobs, which is welcome news for Liverpool Council.
We need the jobs out west. And I think people are realising that if there was an airport on Badgerys Creek, it would bring a massive amount of jobs. There would actually be no greater economic stimulus other than putting an airport here.
But the prospect of employment isn't enough to sway locals who choose to live in the semi-rural area.
The majority of people out here don't want it. And the reason they don't want it is, again, because of the way of life that they see being eroded, and it's not going to be replaced. It's not something that's tangible.
I've been here now over 40 years now, and we haven't even got a proper bus service. I think jobs will come, How many jobs will stay though,
Generations have been plagued by this same uncertainty.
Life for everybody is stagnant until the government sets and makes some decision.
And homeowners are stuck in real estate limbo.
I've got land out of Greendale we bought to build 2 houses on it, and because of the Badgerys Creek Airport, we couldn't go ahead with it.
What's flying overhead? There are restrictions on their property because of it. Noise restrictions and flight path restrictions, and they're almost unsaleable.
What the people of Badgerys Creek need is certainty. And what we want is certainty. Whether it's going to happen or not, just let's finalise the issue once and for all.
I'd like to know if, just for the whole area, just to put it to bed.
No, I think the more reports and inquiries and committees, the better, because they'll just keep on reporting and inquiring.
This study gets the facts on the table and has been considered by the Federal Cabinet just this week.
I haven't got a very long span intended, I would like it to last that long, but if it does, it does.
As the grass grows under politicians' feet, life goes on in limbo at Badgerys Creek.